Imagine you're riding downhill on a pedal bike. Your hand is gripping the brake on the handlebar, so the bike is moving very slowly. When you're ready to speed up, you gently release the brake. As you do this, a message is sent along the cable and the wheels begin to spin more freely. When you want to slow down, you can gently squeeze the brake again and the wheels move more slowly. You feel safe and in charge of regulating your speed without losing control of the bike. As you become more comfortable and familiar with the process, your cautiousness turns into confidence, and you choose moments to release the brake and experience joyful exhilaration. Confidence and connection to this feeling is underpinned by your safety in the knowledge that you can squeeze the brake again to slow the bike down at any moment. The vagal brake is part of the nervous system's regulatory function. It sends electrical signals along the ventral pathways on the vagus nerve, which underpin the social engagement system that gives us a sense of connection and safety in everyday life. When these pathways are active, we are open to connecting, and they work with the more primitive survival systems of sympathetic mobilization and dorsal shutdown to ensure we are moving through life in a state of physical regulation and mental and emotional well-being. When these ventral pathways are inactive, the sympathetic and dorsal systems function as core survival defences. The vagal brake is the ventral vagal circuit between the brain and the heart, keeping it regulated and calm when the ventral pathways are active. When those pathways turn off, like releasing the brake on the bike, the heart rate increases. The vagal brake works to bring the right amount of energy required to navigate moment to moment successfully. As the vagal brake releases a bit, the energy in the sympathetic system is felt more strongly, mobilizing and motivating us to act. And then, as the vagal brake re-engages, there is a return to feeling less of the mobilizing energy of the sympathetic system. The vagal brake also regulates the respiratory rhythms, engaging a constant pattern of release and re-engagement with every breath cycle. The vagal brake offers a slight release on each inhalation, and the heart rate speeds up just a bit. And then, on the exhalation, the vagal brake re-engages and the heart rate slows. This exploration is called Using Your Vagal Brake and is from Chapter 2 of Anchored by Deb Dana. The exploration can be done either seated or standing. Start by imagining you have one foot in ventral vagal regulation and your other foot in sympathetic mobilization. You can place one foot in front of the other, or your feet can be side by side. Keep both feet on the ground and begin to shift your weight between your feet, rocking slightly from one to the other. Follow your breath cycle. Inhale and rock toward the foot in sympathetic. Then exhale and shift your weight back to the foot in ventral. Move through several breath cycles and get a sense of the rhythm of your vagal brake, releasing and re-engaging. As the vagal brake begins to release, we have access to a range of responses, including feeling engaged, joyful, excited, passionate, playful, attentive, alert, and watchful, all while still under the regulation of the ventral vagal system. Without the vagal brake, we lose our anchor in safety and connection and move into the protective states of fight and flight. Experiment with finding the edges of release. Shift your weight so that you are almost fully tipped into sympathetic mobilization. Feel what happens as you begin to lose your balance, and then bring yourself back to feeling the solid ground under the foot that's anchored in ventral. Now, shift in the direction of having your weight fully on the foot that's anchored in ventral, while the foot in sympathetic just lightly touches the ground. Feel what happens here. Experiment with the ways your vagal brake allows you to mobilize energy and then helps you return to calm. Feel how the vagal brake holds the boundary between ventral safety and regulation and a sympathetic survival response. Now that you have a sense of your vagal brake, you can begin to play with shifting the balance between energy and calm. Practice staying anchored in safety and feeling mobilized. Move between rest and action. Explore the full range of experiences that emerge as you release and re-engage your vagal brake. Imagine commonly occurring experiences in which you need to either be energized or calm, and use your vagal brake to successfully meet the moment. Bring to mind a moment when you need more energy and release your brake to meet that need. Then bring to mind a moment when you are wanting to feel more at ease and re-engage your brake. You can remember moments and play with releasing and re-engaging your vagal brake to imagine how the right amount of energy might have changed the experience. Once you gain confidence in your ability to stay anchored, you can intentionally adjust the balance toward calm when you feel a rise in anxiety, or toward more energy when you need to take action.